Jordan Poole is a problem. The NBA has gone bad. This maneuver shouldn't have been so fluid. Man, they might as well solve the Jordan Poole issue. The war is the Larry O'Brien Trophy for 2023 because it is now merely a formality. Welcome back everyone, this video is going to be all about Jordan Poole being a problem. Let's begin. Now that the Warriors' collapse in previous events had the rest of the league forming at the mouth, things may have gotten a little out of hand for Dub Nation. But listen to someone who understands. Nothing that has occurred since the Warriors won their 4th championship in 8 years will derail this team. This league has never seen a caliber club compete for a championship. Here are several reasons why the Warriors' upcoming season might be their finest. The Warriors have been incredibly active this offseason, and a large portion of the bench has been traded. Many outstanding players were signed to assist the team's main core, even if other extremely valuable players were also assigned, such as Peyton II and Porter Jr., who held their own for their doves on the court. And know of what anyone may think about the current events, Poole is not leaving. This makes him more resilient. This turn of events has been intriguing since Poole now becomes the prized possession that the Warriors won't be able to let go of, while Draymond assumes the villainous character that he's always played. Despite the bad things, a team's commitment does not stem from the good times. Being able to overcome the hardest circumstances together and continue to prosper inspires loyalty to the team. Additionally, Jordan Poole is trained by the league's most well-known coach, who is best renowned for having experienced the same circumstances. The quality of Google's name is at an all-time high. And welcome to your greatest nightmare, millions of people who are anticipating the Warriors to break down and fall apart. As the 6th player on the Golden State roster, Jordan Poole is about to begin his 4th season in the NBA. The Warriors are not a team where you can expect to show up the next day and claim your spot without effort. The Warriors are figuring out ways to improve even further than the bar they have set for the league, while most teams are currently struggling to find a formula that works. One that can not only allow them to survive the rest of the league, but to meet the Warriors at the top when they do and still be able to keep up. This implies that players compete night in and night out for the chance to play for the team. Even though it's difficult for the players, the squad will profit from this. The starting 5 have demonstrated their ability to perform at the top level when called upon. While many people have written off the Warriors' style of basketball and what they can accomplish during the season, the players believe in themselves and one another. The coaching staff and the players place a lot of importance on the team components, sometimes known as strengths in numbers. We don't primarily rely on any player's skill set to win, and selflessness begins at the top. If some of you are reading this as a criticism of Steph Curry, I apologize. Rather, I'm trying to point out that Steph Curry knows more about winning than any other NBA player playing today. Unbelievably demonstrating selflessness is a skill as well. Leadership is a skill, because he and everyone else didn't appear to respond to the Draymond incident in real time when it occurred. Some have criticized his leadership abilities. However, what he has already accomplished with the squad, both on and off the court, has not yet been done anywhere else and is unlikely to be anytime soon. There are always superstars in the league who can serve as the foundation of a franchise. The team can rely on the one talented player to develop around and, ideally, help them win a title on a top 5 roster. The issue is that this particular player is simply that, a player. When you have 5 players on the court, you can see how this is an issue. Team cohesiveness is neglected in favor of the superstar. This is the dated method that many teams continue to employ today. They believe they don't have enough talent on the squad, so they sign another superstar player when this doesn't work. This has led to the formation of numerous super teams, and in reality, it has happened frequently when several well-known stars are grouped to compete for a championship. This is the ridiculous way to win, in my opinion. We would have an issue if you did something to win a championship or surpass the competition. Since the league's drafting rules apply to every team equally, the Warriors are at a disadvantage, because they're currently the only team required to compensate its players for the camaraderie they establish. I think Draymond's maturity is evident in the fact that he offered an apology, and a real one, I should add, to Poole's family in addition to the team and the team itself. He then took some time out to contemplate and restore his composure. I don't see sense in harboring any ill will towards Draymond at this time, because not many people can accept responsibility for their actions. While it will take some time to iron out the kinks on both ends of the court, the squad is in good hands. Poole scored 18 points in the 3rd quarter for 25, the team's highest game score. JK started in Dree's place. With a back deeper than a Santa sack, Poole in particular was exhibiting an absolute masterclass when stroking it from deep or taking it to the rack. I've mentioned Poole's potential to be mentioned when discussing the league's stars. Whether you want to admit it or not, his offensive performance supports the idea that he might be listed among the best players. I predict that Poole will continue to develop year after year and make a strong push for a spot in the starting lineup, given the improvement he showed in the third year. I've done a few movies this summer showcasing Poole, and being in front of his man defensively is one of the things that will truly improve Poole's game. Since preseason games are a little more relaxed for players trying to crack a rotation, I haven't seen enough to judge whether there has been an improvement on that side of the court. But now, things are somewhat different. This season, I'll be keeping a careful eye on Poole to see if he has improved and how he projects moving forward. Poole stands out as the warrior of the present and the future, with Wiggins not far behind. Speaking of Wiggins, there are a few things I want to mention regarding his growth. That's accurate. His progress with the squad, his position in the game, and how long he can be counted on to perform at the greatest level. The Poole appears to have all the offensive capabilities necessary to score on just about anyone, with what is about to be a shockwave for Poole's following breakout year performance in 2022. He's approaching the status of being one of the few guys in the league that you can't possibly defend. When we look at the Zion Morant trot, we can see where sports networks like ESPN fall short in evaluating these athletes, and most of the time it is a guessing game. The Poole had the skill, but his first year revealed that he lacked the control to use it. Both Poole and Hero have demonstrated that most of the depth present in that drought class were concealed until considerably later. Here's how it will benefit the group moving forward. Poole's offensive game expansion goes beyond only making his shots. It also includes making shots for his teammates. The thing that stands out above anything else is this. Due to the past lack of progress in this area, Steve Kerr tried to rely on Wanamaker and employed numerous secondary playmakers. Despite Poole's rapid development, it is important to remember that the Warriors' seasoned talent fusion will depend heavily on how well they get along with this youthful bunch of players. New talent as well as the eventual handoff that will occur. The team's male member. Poole is aware of this and has prepared himself to take the lead. The Warriors are facing this issue because it is clear that they were not prepared for Poole to become the player he has become. Avoiding egos will be essential as these young, smart men compete for attention. This is the setting where these guys can learn to cooperate and play for the team's benefit, and that environment is Golden State. Jordan Poole's role will be crucial for the Warriors because of this. He will have to be the one to encourage this kind of growth on the floor. He is the oldest of the young lads and is helping to set the example for others to follow. He can identify with them and yet, as a young player, continue to play for the club. No offense meant, but this is very different than receiving veteran-led coaching. Jordan Poole, with team's second unit point guard at the moment, is being prepared to take the reins as captain. This is how we win because we have a player who can compete with the big boys and ensure our young players understand the winning recipe. That is all for this video. We will be back soon with another informative video. Don't forget to like and share this video. Until next time.